What's up? It's your girl Brie, like the cheese, aka your cosmic bestie, and we are here today with tarot. Very excited. You know what's crazy is as I'm shuffling here, I always before I ever get on camera, I always ask for spirit to just give me what does the collective need to hear? What is it that I can bring? How I am the channel, how I am the vessel, like let it flow through me. And you want to know what I keep hearing? You have comfort, but you've been craving it. Like you've had all this comfort for a really long time, and now as you're changing, as you're growing, now the comfort's not really there. And you're like you're like freaking out a little bit. There's like a part of you that's like, okay, but how can I get back to being comfortable? How can I get back to feeling what I felt before? But there is no comfort. You had comfort in chaos, right? You were codependent on the chaos. Confirmation, and you are no longer codependent, and that's why you feel all over the place. That's why you have this nervousness. That's why there's this energy of like what, like why am I freaking out? You're freaking out because your old self doesn't have any of its creature comforts, because you're no longer the old self, you're your new self. And anybody that's been on their like journey of that, this is resonating for you. Like this is for you. Because if you're not that far on your journey, then it won't really make sense, right? Like you won't necessarily have this understanding of this feeling. You will feel this feeling in the depth of your soul, because I know I'm there. I know that there's a part of me that's like, okay, I know I'm ready for growth. I know I'm ready for the next chapter. I know. But like I'm still the in between, right? There's still phases of my old life that are still happening, but I am transferring into the new. And because I don't know everything, it gives me anxiety, it gives me stress, it freaks me out. But like in a good way. Like before I'd be like nail biting. I'd be like, oh, I don't know. And now I'm like, I don't know, but I can't wait. Like I'm excited. And I think that's where you're at. Yeah, that's what it feels like. Like you are passing the baton, right? With like track and field, when they like hand the baton off, your old self is handing the baton off to your new self. And the new self like knows it cannot focus on winning the race, because there's no winning here, right? But your new self knows that it needs to enjoy the journey, because you've never enjoyed the journey before. And I think that is a testament of where you're coming and where you're going right now. It's honestly beautiful. Seven of Cups reversed. Okay. We have you're overwhelmed by choices and distractions. Yep, sounds about right. Just overwhelmed with the idea of new. With the idea of like, so much stuff is going to change. So much stuff is coming through. And it's all good. That's the difference, right? Like there's a lot of new and beautiful things coming through, but you're just like, I'm confused. I don't know what I should pick. I don't know what I should focus on. I don't know. All right, we have Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. There's just this resistance to change, right? There's these external forces that are pushing you back, that have these setbacks, and you're really focusing on the negative here, and that's not what we need to be focusing on, right? That's why you're having this resistance. That's why it's hard to change these wheels, to move forward. You're kind of at this like halt, right? I keep hearing like halt, like you're at this dead stop. Six of Swords. Let me do this better. Six of Swords. See how there's this transition, change, move, leaving behind, releasing. That's what's holding you back, right? Is you not releasing what you need to release, and being overwhelmed and freaking out. You don't have to freak out. You have the support this time, not only within yourself, not only within the physical, but also within the spiritual. You literally have so much support. Ooh. We also have the devil card here. Shadow self, addiction, temptation, codependency, toxic. You're worried. You're worried that you'll go back here. You're not going to go back there. You see how they're not looking back here, right? The mother, the child, and the person leading the boat, they are not looking back. You don't need to look back. You're worried about becoming this again, right? The shadow self, the addiction, the temptations, the codependency, materialism, whatever it is, right? And this is just a reminder that you are not that person anymore. Like, you're worried about that. You're worried about it, right? That's what this is here. You're worried. That's why you feel stuck. Because you know you need to let go to move forward. But guess what? You're not this person anymore. You don't have to have fear. You don't have to have this pain. Because guess what came out? Queen of Pentacles, baby. Protective, generous, motherly. Do these look the same to you? Just the energy alone. Do either one of these look the same to you? They don't. You want to know why? Because you are not this anymore. That's your shadow self. That's your old self. This is you. This is the new self. Queen of Pentacles. Solid like a rock, baby. You're protecting yourself. You're moving forward. You have this generous side. You are in a different place financially. You're in a different place mentally. You're in a different place physically, spiritually, all of the above. Page of Swords. You are this curiosity, right? You're restless because you really do want to be in this. And you're just like I'm worried, I'm focused, I don't want to mess this up, but you're not going to mess it up. Like, this is your confirmation that you're not going to mess it up. And you're not going to mess it up because you've learned the lesson. And I'm not saying that lesson's not going to come back around, right? Lessons are always going to come around. But it's how you react. If you're not reacting how you would before, don't worry about it, because that's not who you are. It's not putting you in a tailspin. It's not putting you in a spiral. It's not putting you in depression, right? There's stuff that's been going on in my life where it would have set me back months. And now it's like maybe 3 to 5 days, and I feel it and I heal it and I move forward because I'm like, their opinions don't matter. Their thought process doesn't matter. I don't want to be those people. I don't need advice from those people because they're not healed. They don't get it. They're not doing what I am doing. King of Wands. Like, strong, right? You're a strong leader. There's courage. You have a vision, career. Like, look at these. They're both sitting on their thrones. They are strong. They are confident. They know what they want. They know what they need to do. They're not second guessing. They're confident. And that's where you need to be, right? You're excited and you're nervous. And I get that. Oh man, do I get that. But you don't have to be so nervous that you're not making moves. You're nervous about the outcome. What if it all fails? What if it all works? Right? Like, where's your balance with that? Where is the balance of, like, it actually can all work out? 10 of Wands reverse. Disagreement, burnout, release. I'm really just feeling release here. Like, when it's in the upright, he's carrying all of this burden and weight alone. But when it's in the reverse, it's letting go. It's time to let any of it go. I know the full moon in Libra just passed recently, and I was doing a releasing, and I kept putting out there, like, I am releasing my old self, my old limiting beliefs, my old patterns, my old thoughts, because the what ifs of negativity are for old Brie, and the what ifs of positivity are for the new Brie and where I'm at and where I'm going. And I have already seen a difference. I have already seen a difference. Anytime that I think of something negative, I'm like, nope. I think of 3 positive things that could go right. Because it is so easy to get yourself wrapped in that loop, in that cycle, and you know how easy it is. That's why you're afraid of becoming that person again. But you changed your destiny when you finally said, enough is enough. I'm done. I'm ready to go. We have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse here, right? You have this perfectionism about you. Maybe you're a Virgo, Capricorn. Yeah, definitely Virgo or Capricorn. I keep seeing Beyonce, who is a very crazy Virgo in the best way possible, right? But you overthink it. You need every single plan, thought, point A, point B, C, D, all the way to Z. You need to have every single part planned out. But this here is telling you the perfectionism is holding you back. You have to push forward through this, because we also got the Emperor in reverse, right? Excessive control. You are trying to control so hard every minute thing that happens to you. You're not focused. You're not focused on the bigger picture. You're focused here. What is it going to look like? What is it going to feel like when I get here, right? You're right here and you're focusing on how to get here. But you're forgetting everything in between to get you here, because that's what you need, right? That's the part of the process of like, okay, I know I gotta make some more room here. I know I need to do X, Y, and Z, but I'm missing pieces of that puzzle. Confirmation. Extra confirmation. The Fool, baby. New beginnings. When you finally let that go, that need to control everything, and I know some of you are like, okay, but it's literally ingrained in me, and I get that. That is a part of your process and journey. Hate to break it to you, Capricorns, Aquarius, Virgos, that it's a part of your journey. Sorry. But the new beginning is exactly what you've been looking for. Look at this joy. Look at this happiness. Look at just this freedom. And that's what you've been waiting on. You've been waiting to soar, to feel that feeling. And you're close. You're like so close. You can taste it, but you're like holding yourself back, and you know it. King of Pentacles. Okay, wait a minute. Both coming out? Like, that means you're in balance, right? You are realistic, you have this wealth, you have the prosperity, and then also the generosity and the nurturing and the practicality. You're both. You are sitting in that. That is the energy that you have. Both the king and the queen here represent balance, especially within the earthly realm, because Pentacles is about earthly financials. Your finances are going to be balanced, because you're not going to do the same things that you've done with money before. You're not going to crave money the way that you used to. Money's going to flow to you easily, effortlessly, because you're actually doing stuff within your purpose. You're actually doing stuff that you're meant to do. Not only that, you also are not going to like hoard the wealth. You're going to take care of your friends. You're going to take care of your family. You're going to take care of the people that have been taking care of you. And you're not going to second guess it. You're not going to doubt it. You're not going to freak out about it, which is great, because you have been freaking out about it. You're like, but what if it changes me? What if it changes me? I hate to break it to you, but 9.5 out of 10 times, none of us are going to be a Jeff Bezos. None of us are going to be, these crazy billionaires that are hoarding wealth. 10 of Cups, harmony, bliss, family, alignment. What was I just talking about, right? Like, you will be in alignment. You have the balance. 10 of Cups is reward, right? This beauty. You have so much coming through that you don't even know about, and it's on purpose. Spirit is trying to keep you in the dark because you will overanalyze and overthink that, and they don't need that for you. They don't want that for you. They want you to have some fun. They want you to enjoy life, okay? Queen of Swords, reversed. You're being overly emotional about this. Overly emotional in the sense of like, I am worrying, I am stressed out, I have really, really, really high highs and really low, low lows. Like, you are so worried. Yeah, you're really worried. Like, I can feel it like in my chest, like this beat of anxiety, this beat of stress and anxious, right? Like, very anxious. Like, oh, is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? What is your gut telling you? How many times have I said 10 out of 10 times your gut's right? Page of Cups in reverse here. There is this daydream, right? You've been daydreaming about this life. You can feel it. You've been there. You've felt it. You've tapped into it. You know it. But you are so like, you think to yourself, yeah, absolutely. And then there's like this sliver of you that's like, but are we sure? How could I? Why am I? Am I even worthy of this? Absolutely. Absolutely. If you don't believe you're worthy, then it will never come to you. And that's a part of this like process of our ego, right? I had my ego death last year, and I've realized that I am worthy. I am deserving. And it's not because of all the stuff that I've went through. It's because of how I have healed myself in this process and understanding like, yeah, I don't need to stress out about everybody else's feelings. I don't need to freak out about every process and every step of the way. I just need to go and do what I know how to do, and the rest will fall into place. I am a co-creator. I am not the creator, right? We also have 9 of Pentacles in reverse. This false success is what's hitting me in this hustle. Like, you're like, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this. If I don't do this, then it won't come. But we don't take enough time to realize that rest is just as important as work. And that's been something you've been working on. You've been working on the rest portion, and there is times that you do it, but you still feel guilty. You still feel guilty if you take a lazy Sunday. You still feel guilty if you stop work on a random Wednesday, right? My daughter's birthday's this week. I'm making sure I'm getting everything in order because for the next few days, we have so many different ideas and so many different plans, and Easter's on Sunday and family and friends and all this other stuff. There's so much going on, but I know for me, I love doing this. I know that I need to put a message out there. I know that Spirit is working through me. So she's napping right now. I'm doing what I need to do. And yes, I will have time for rest and having fun and doing the stuff that I want to do with my family, but also I am focused on the goal because I know that for me, consistency has been the hardest thing. Being consistent online and showing up online and doing videos has been the hardest thing for me. And that was even before I had a kid. And now it's like, if I don't do it, I'm like, oh, something's off. Like, I need to do something. Like, this is off. I thought I needed to look at the split, but we'll see if those come out. We shall see. But you know what I mean? Right? Like, it makes sense. You're like, you're almost addicted to it, but not in a bad way. You're like, yeah, like I want to do this because I find joy in it. It doesn't necessarily feel like work. Like, yes, this does take stuff out of me, but this is not like when I was working the 9 to 5 in the medical field. Girl, that was horrible. 5 of Wands in reverse. You're scattered. But you're also avoiding conflict. There's people within your life that I keep hearing you need to shake and make waves. Like, shake and make waves, shake and make waves. I don't think necessarily blow up the life, but definitely put out what you need. Put out the vibe of like, yeah, no, like I don't need your negativity. No, I don't care about your process. I don't care what you think I should be doing. I don't care. And actually sit in that and know that and not be like, well, you know, blah, blah. No, like sit in that. Stand on business. We got the Page of Cups in reverse. Procrastinating, depressed. This is, and we also got the Knight of Swords in reverse. Disorganized, unfocused, impulsive, right? It feels like this procrastination is causing you to be disorganized, but also the distraction is causing you to be unfocused. Gotta rein it in. Every single one of these cards, the only page that came out in the upright was the Page of Swords thus far. You have Page of Cups, you have Page of Wands that are in the reverse. You are on this path, but this path is being cluttered because you are not resting. You are not focusing. You are not getting clear on exactly what you want. And you think you have to have everything planned out. You don't. You just need the next phase, that next step. That's the only thing you need to focus on. What's happening right here, right now? When I take the next step, what is that going to look like? I know for me, I'm coming out with a membership. I'm coming out with digital products. I have more readings available. I am going harder on like podcasts and doing interviews. I've had a couple people reach out to me. I am pushing myself out there. I don't know what the membership's going to look like. I don't know what these digital products are going to do. I don't know, but I know that I am meant to put them out. I know that they have come to me because it is a sacred place and space within my heart of me helping my part of the collective through my gifts and my magic. But I'm just doing it. I don't know what it's going to look like. Hey, I could get 5 sales, or I could get 500 sales. 5,000 sales with some of these digital products, or all of them. Who knows? I don't know. And that's the part where I've realized I have to stop worrying about the next part. I just need to, okay, well, I need to put out this membership and I need to put out these digital products. That's it. And doing so, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4 on my clock as I'm saying this, right? The time. I can't even explain to you guys. I literally can't even explain to you guys how magical this process has been. Everything has started flowing. And when I mean flowing like a river, flowing like a creek, steady streaming, building stuff out, making stuff happen. And it's like stuff that would take me weeks, months, because I'd be so in my head and all of this perfectionism and all of this second guessing. And now I'm like, boom, yes, boom, yes, boom, yes. No doubt, no second guessing, no stress, no worry. And 1, 2, 3, 4, that's like, let's go. Ready, set, let's do this, right? Ready, set, go. And I can say this with such confidence. I know where you are. I know exactly where you are, that you're afraid, you're freaking out, you're stressed out. You're like, I don't want to F this up. Confirmation. But you're not. You're literally not going to mess this up. And I'm talking to you, but I'm talking to me. You're not going to mess this up because you are completely different than who you were before. You are not going to mess this up because this is a part of your journey and your path. Everything that has happened to you thus far is to get you to this point, to get you prepared. You have been in preparation. You have been in the cocoon. You have weathered the storm through the cocoon. You have made it. And think about this journey, okay? From caterpillar to butterfly. You go from an insect that inches along in life, seeing minimal things, very hard, very, very stagnant, if you will. You get to a phase of, okay, I know it's time to transition. So you find your spot, you cocoon yourself, and you get ready. And now you know when it's time to release from the cocoon. You're nervous because you have transformed from literally one creature to another. You have transformed from one human being to another in the sense of great transition and great knowledge and depth and curiosity and all of these things. You have changed your perspective in such a way. You went from an insect that can only inch its way around to a literal insect that can fly. I don't know about you, but that blows my mind, right? When you are becoming this beautiful butterfly, you have now made it to where you can see the world in such a different light. And guess what? Butterflies never go back to being a caterpillar. They can't. They physically cannot. They mentally cannot. That's not how their structure works. And that's where you are. You are no longer the caterpillar, babe. You're the butterfly. And you know that part of the movie of Bug's Life where it's like, I'm a beautiful butterfly. Like the big like caterpillar thing. I'm a beautiful butterfly. And he's got these like little wings. That's where you're at. You're like, I am this beautiful butterfly. Or you're right there in terms of that transition, and you can change and it will change. And you're just like, you're like, man, I'm so nervous because I've done this before and I've come back and I've repeated the patterns, I've repeated the cycle. But because you're actively thinking about it, that I don't want to do that, look at that at the bottom of the deck, right? 10 of Swords. This is the mindset that you've had, this defeat and the wounds and the pain. You think you're going to go back to this. You think that this is going to keep happening to you because this is what the cycle has been. That's the cycle that you've been in, but no longer. No longer. It's nothing but joy. It's nothing but happiness. If the sun comes out, because I keep seeing the sun card in my head, then I know I'm crazy. No, I'm not crazy. I'm just tapped in, but that's what it feels like. It feels like you're riding off into the sun once you let it all go. Look at that. 4 of Pentacles, stability. Stability, baby, security. You have it. It's within you. You are gonna be fine. You are fine. Stop freaking out about it. You're no longer the caterpillar. You are the butterfly. And until you actually can look in the mirror and see that you are the butterfly, it is never going to change. It will not change, babe. Hold on. Okay. Gotta make sure my stuff doesn't go off on me. I can feel this. I feel this. Like, this message is not just for you guys. This is for me as well. But I'm on that other side of like this butterfly phase. Like, I do know that there's still like a slim portion of me that's like, for real? Like, how cool is this? And this is like me to you. How cool is it that I literally get to do this as my purpose on this earth? I get to help people. I get to help them see themselves, help them align. I am this channel, I am this vessel that helps other people find their path and gives them courage and gives them strength and gives them gratitude, but most importantly, reconfirms their intuition that they already know. That's like so effing cool, man. Like, that is so cool to me. And it still blows my mind that I even get a chance to do this. But the fact that I've been through everything that I've been through to get to this point for a reason, I'm gonna cry, but I really don't want to. It's just beautiful. It's literally so beautiful because I know how I feel right now. And I know the feeling that you're feeling right now. And let me tell you, the difference when you can look in the mirror and be like, I am this butterfly. I am beautiful. I am seeing the world differently. I am a changed person. Because a lot of people in this life don't get to change. A lot of people in this life refuse to change. But not you. Not you. And that's such a beautiful thing. And you don't give yourself enough grace. You don't give yourself enough encouragement and congratulations on that, okay? And I'm the one here telling you that's a big effing deal. that you decided to change your way, to get off the merry-go-round of hell, to get out of your headspace, to change your shadow self, to be someone different. That's crazy. I don't care about your debt. I don't care about what your house looks like or what your car looks like or any of that materialistic stuff. You are literally transforming from the inside out. Do you know how crazy that is? You know how beautiful that is? Most people in this world will never get to experience something like that, but you are. And you're not giving yourself enough grace, and you're not giving yourself enough time to actually feel these feelings. You're rushing. You want to rush to the outcome. Don't rush. Enjoy the journey. Because this time your journey is not going to be this tumultuous, horrible landscape of craziness. This time your journey is going to be filled with beauty, because now you have wings and you can fly. You can see everything in such a different light, a different perspective than when you were just a little caterpillar on the ground, right? I hope this is resonating for you, because it is deeply resonating for me. We got these two coming out. Knight of Cups came out first. So we have this beauty, right? You're following your heart. You're moving forward. We also have Two of Pentacles, which is about this balance and just balancing in general, right? You see these ships back here that are like handling the waves? That's you. You've been handling the waves. You've been up and down and up and down and turning all around. We also got the Four of Cups reverse, right? Your redirection is here. Your redirection is here. But you have to have the courage. Oh, there we go. You have to have the courage. You have to have the faith and the strength to keep going. See how he's battered and bruised? He's got his wand and he sees all the other wands. Like, ooh, I guess I gotta keep going. And you do. You really do. Just checking my time here. I think you know that you're ready. You know that you're ready for this, right? Edge of the cliff, ready to go, ready to jump. And you're nervous. And I get the nervousness. I really do. But your perspective is 100% different. Your life is changing before your eyes because you have transformed from caterpillar to butterfly. And your cocoon phase has been a rocky one. But you're there. Queen of Wands reverse. This is not what you're going to feel, right? The emptiness, the jealousy, the insecurities. You're not going to feel that. No more. No. Recovery after loss. That's exactly where you are. Forgiveness, release, and healing. Finish that out, and your path will start to become more clear. It will clear its space and place for you, where then you can go on your journey without looking back. You're very close. It's just your choice to take the leap of faith, trust it, and jump on this edge of this cliff. You have it. You have support. You have support with me. You have support with spirit. You have support within your life. Friends, family, whoever. Even if you don't within the physical, you do within the spiritual. And you have support within yourself. What a beautiful message. I am so proud of you. I'm so proud of you, from transitioning from caterpillar to cocoon and morphing into this butterfly. You are beautiful. And you're ready. You are. This is your confirmation that you're ready. if you feel like this resonated, definitely go ahead and check out my link in the description to book a personal reading. Of course, you can check me out on my social media platforms. I post daily on TikTok and somewhat daily on Instagram, a little bit more peek into my personal life, but definitely check me out. And I do have some good stuff coming through, those digital products, the memberships, so definitely be on the lookout for those. But thank you so much for being a part of this journey and letting me hold space for you and letting me help you get to where you truly are trying to go. Love you, babe.